Okay, hey guys, I just wanted to make a video on my girlfriend Irina Makatrina, and this is about detoxification and how we got Irina and herself through her hard work, and also with me helping her and from the advice and knowledge of Dr. Morris. Well, previously his YouTube channel, but he doesn't have his YouTube channel anymore. He's on Rumble and he has his own website, drmorris.tv. But today we're just talking about epilepsy and people who are epileptic, and how do you take someone from an epileptic state or any condition and get them healthy again. Well, this is just a short kind of demonstration on how I helped her, and of course how she learned herself, me with advice and knowledge of me teaching her. From when I had 2 heart attacks from using steroids. But anyway, this is a video about lymphatic massage and where to target lymphatic ducts in the body and how to move lymph. And if you don't know, the lymphatic system is the main sewer system of the body, and you have multiple lymphatic ducts in various sizes and diameters, I guess you could say, that are sewer pipes of the body. This is not something that medical talks about very much or at all. The University of West Virginia talked about it, and the lymphatic system in the brain of mice and how it carries away proteins. But today I just wanted to show you, if you are suffering from epilepsy or any neurological condition, this is going to be a lymph stagnation, or basically your kidneys are not functioning, they're not eliminating properly. So if you want to lymphatic massage, the lymph drains. It's not like the blood circulates through the body, through the heart, but the lymph drains from the head down to the kidneys. So what I'm just going to show is a short demonstration on the lymphatic ducts that I mainly targeted on Irina to get her to a state that was, falling down, having seizures, wherever she was at, working wherever, getting taken to the hospital, and now to a point to where basically she's healthy. So this was also diet, some exercise, but at the beginning, of course, it's not about exercise, because too much exercise creates more acidosis in the body. So this was a fasting period. This was for her mini fasts and a resting state. So lymphatically, neurologically, this is your cerebellum back here, and there are 2 main lymph ducts that are on either side of the spine that travel down to the kidneys. Now, like I said before, medical does not talk about this. I don't even think they know about this. But this right here in the base of the cerebellum, I'm grabbing a lymph duct right here. And the sun just came out, so now I can't really see too well. Let me see. Turn the brightness up a little bit. Still can't see very well, but I'm going to do the best I can. Matter of fact, can we scoot into the shade?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're over here at UTPB, and just so I can see better to get into the shade, but this right here is one on the right side. So the right and the left side, the lymphatic system drains bidirectionally. Is that a word? Maybe use the right terminology, but your right kidney drains the right side of your body, the left kidney drains the left side of the body. So this is the lymphatic duct that drains from the base of the cerebellum, and it travels and it goes all the way down and then through the shoulders. So what you want to do is you want to squeeze, right? Because mucus doesn't just get trapped, in the sinuses. This mucus drains back down through here. Now, there are various lymphs that you want to target for the thyroid and the parathyroid. Basically, what I like to do is I like to squeeze. Now, this is not medical advice, by the way, so in case anybody wants to lurk and be like, oh, this guy's trying to give false medical teachings. Well, this isn't medical advice. This is just something you can do on your own to manipulate tissues. Now, all this information, there's much more information on the lymph system, iridology. Whether or not you believe that, you think it's fake or real, I don't really care. But this is what I did to help myself, from 2 heart attacks back in 2012, and then Irina, she had seizures for the better part of from her childhood until she was roughly about 2 years ago. She was getting less and less and less, and now for the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, she hasn't had any seizures. This is diet. This has been exercise once we got our kidneys filtering, but this is opening up the skin, working on the thyroids up here, right? The lymphatic duct that drains down through here. So what I'm doing is I'm squeezing, right? This is a lymph duct. And if you think, well, it's just muscle. Well, it's not just muscle. These lymph ducts drain on either side of the spine. So when you see a lot of people that do the chiropractic and the popping, what chiropractics are actually doing is they're just breaking up lymph fluid that gets stagnated. Now, interstitially, the lymph system 75% of the fluid of the body. So yes, you can have interstitial fluid in between the spaces in the spinal column, but for the discs. But otherwise, the lymph system opening up this lymph duct on this side and in the kidney, this is where it connects into the kidney. So this takes some pretty serious, or I should say pretty intense pressure, and to move this duct that drains down to the kidney to open up the kidneys. So when you pee and you urinate, you should see yellow. You should see those acids coming out of the body. If you pee clear, then you're just urinating out your electrolytes. And this is stuff that Dr. Morse talks about and teaches, but Dr. Morse really doesn't give an in-depth, I guess you could say, demonstration on how to actually target some of these lymphs. This is what I like to do. I've been very successful with this. I've been doing this for the better part of since 2012, so well over a decade. And this pinching and grabbing right here, when you have acidosis, when the kidneys aren't filtering, this acidosis causes hardening of the lymphatic, let's say, arteries. Just like you have veins, arteries, and capillaries in the venous system, you also have veins, arteries, and capillaries in the lymphatic system. So if you were suffering from any condition, I don't care what label they slap on it, or they call it this, whatever, the D word, whatever condition you have, this is a condition of acidosis. So to open up these lymphs, you have to use quite a bit of pressure. When I get Irina to help me, a lot of times she'll get on my back. She'll actually put an elbow into the back and massage. Now, for a lot of people, this may be too painful. This is also dependent on where your genetics lie, where you are in your health journey. But ultimately, getting this lymph moving is not going to be easy. It's not going to be like, oh, it's completely pain-free. No, with her, there was a lot of acne that we had to deal with to open up the skin. Her entire back was full of pimples. And now, as you can see, I mean, it's very clear now. So popping pimples, getting these acids out of the skin is very beneficial. But I just kind of wanted to show that the lymphatic duct in the base of the skull, or the cerebellum, this is a very important neurological center, that getting on either side of the spine. Now, this isn't painful. Well, it used to be, but I can squeeze here on myself. I can squeeze on people that I work on, friends that I've worked on consistently. The beginning, yes, it's going to hurt, because those acids, when they're trapped in there for a long time, and you say you have a high dairy diet, you're going to have a lot of mucus, a lot of mucosa that gets agglomerated. And this is stuff that Dr. Morse talks about, agglomulation, and the two sides of chemistry, how you have the acid and the alkaline side of chemistry, and just getting more, I'm not telling people like, oh, you got to go 100% fruit. Well, if you're very sick, if you're bedridden from, what people call cancer, and you're completely depleted, then yeah, you're probably gonna have to go on 100% fruit for a little while. But this isn't necessarily a lifestyle for everybody. We're not 100% vegan. You know, we don't subscribe to necessarily a vegan movement. Now, we love animals just as much as anybody else, but you know, we're not going to tell people you can't eat this or can't eat that. I just like to encourage people how to heal themselves, and this is all it's about: is how do you heal yourself? And it takes going on a raw diet for a lot of people. Some people are fairly healthy. You know, we got guys running on this track. Here he comes. He's beasting it. This guy's probably pretty healthy, and he doesn't know we're making a video about him. But, you know, for a lot of people who are bedridden, it takes this intense, you know, breaking up these stagnant areas of the body and, you know, digging in to the thyroid, the parathyroid. You know, what is the parathyroid good for? What does it do? It helps the body utilize calcium with the parathormone, calcium utilization hormone. So when these thyroids go down because they're chewed up with acid, let's say you're a smoker and you've chewed yourself up with acid from smoking, which, you know, I was a smoker at one point in time too. These areas are going to get chewed up with acid, and these when they get clogged up full of mucus and you're not detoxing or cleansing this stuff out of your body, then yes, you're probably going to suffer with depression. But that's all the video is about, you know, working the kidneys, working these areas, and encouraging people that you can eliminate, you can detox. You know, she did lose some weight, I lost weight, and she's built back up, and now, you know, we're out here today hitting the cardio, hitting the trail, doing push-ups, doing pull-ups, and overall that's all this little video was about today. It was just encouraging people. So hopefully you guys stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.